Hello everybody, it's me, Beau coming to you today with this fantastic little mesh filter right there. It even has a little bow tie on, very similar to my bow tie. Now, I'm going to give you some hints, tips, and tricks on how to use this thing and employ it with your existing Aeropress. I actually just got back from Mongolia, and I'm gonna say right now, instead of using the paper filters, I absolutely love this mesh filter. Now, there is also a mesh metal filter made by Aeropress themselves. However, what makes this unique is that when we drop it in, by the way, be sure the logo is face up like so. When you drop it in, you'll see that that valve is actually a one-way valve, meaning that once you get your Aeropress and you put it on like so, rotate it down so it's nice and tight. So that valve right there will only let water out one way. So after you go ahead and you put your grind in, which is about 2 rounded scoops of finely ground coffee, and then once you do your stirring for 20 seconds, and then once you let it sit for about 1 minute, you go ahead and you put this whole thing on top of a sturdy mug somewhere, and when you plunge it down, you'll notice that it only goes out one direction. So that is nice that it won't actually deploy once the plunger is pushed down. So you can carry this around with you as you're waiting for this to steep. And then once you put it on the cup, you push it down, then it actually comes out. So it doesn't even drip everywhere. Isn't that just so cool? So go ahead and compare these two things right there. There's this mesh filter right there from Fellow. Fellow is a really high quality brand. I've known them for quite a while. I actually recommended this from a roaster who works at the Starbucks flagship roastery on Capitol Hill here in Seattle, Washington. And he says that they have absolutely fantastic products. So if it's good for him, it's good for me. But there's also that existing metal filter out there from Aeropress as well, but I don't think they actually have the one-way valve. So this is kind of a 2-for-1. So for traveling, this is absolutely wonderful, much, much better than carrying along these paper filters. As for taste, the taste is slightly different. It's not really a deal breaker for me. The taste when it comes to these paper filters is different because this emulsifies the oils and it traps a few of the oils just a little more compared to just pressing everything through, which the metal filter accomplishes unadulterated coffee. It just pushes it straight through right into your mug. So go ahead and try the differences between those two things. Personally, I think you're gonna go for the mesh metal filter simply because it's one less disposable thing that you have to push out into the garbage every single cup of coffee. That's it, go enjoy your Aeropress.